My mom was chill as fuck, dude. She didn't fucking care. No, actually, the most insulted I've ever been was doing the whole sit down and like who did this thing. Was my brother was like, he modeled himself after Larry the Cable Guy in high school, right? It's not a good role model.
Yeah,
and then his fucking stupid friend was like living with us at the time. And then me. She sat us all down and she had just gotten new carpet in the house. And she was like, who the fuck burnt a penny into the carpet? Because someone heated up a penny and then dropped it into the carpet, and the carpet was like polyester fibers or whatever. And so literally there was just a hard plastic shaped section in the carpet that like if you got down close to it, it just looked like a penny. Like it was a perfect relief mold of a penny.
Yeah.
And so there's me who was like, I was a fucking nerd, dude. I played like video games all the time and read books. And I always stayed in my room. And then there was my brother who was like Larry the Cable Guy idiot that was always going partying. And then his friend who was the exact same way. But his friend had a penchant for taking coat hangers, heating them up, like putting them into star shapes, heating them up, and then branding himself to make like scar tattoos.
What the fuck?
And so I'm like, Mom, you're sitting us down. And everybody, it was like Among Us, poop. Like, I was getting blamed for it across the board. And I'm like, you think it's me? Or maybe the guy that likes to heat things up and burn himself? Like, do you think maybe he was trying to make a penny scar tattoo or something? Like,
and it fell.
Why the fuck would this ever be me? And it was in his hangout room. He always hung out in the second living room. Like, we had the main living room. Shed. And then and he was always in there. And she's like, who did it? I'm like, I don't know. It's next to the chair he sits in all the time, and he's the guy that burns shit all the time. And I got blamed for it across the board. It was ridiculous.
They never believed you?
No, they never believed me. No, actually, it took like 10 years, and I finally told my mom. I laid down because enough time had passed where we moved out of the house. She wasn't emotionally and financially invested in it. Because before, if I would ever bring it up, it would just instantly escalate to screaming. Yeah. I'm finally like, Mom, you need to just fucking shut up and let me explain this for a second.
That wasn't my penny.
Mom, listen. I swear to God, bitch, that was not my penny.
Mom, please. It wasn't
it's one thing to think your kid's stupid, but like that's a whole nother level of retarded that I refuse to partake in. Like, I'm not going to heat up a penny and drop it on the carpet.
And then deny it for like 10 years.
I had a neighbor that was like a half mile down the road. He was like a kid that rode the same school bus as me. And he fucking chopped up his garden hose with a machete and then blamed it on me. And his parents didn't like me. And so they fucking came over and asked me. They're like, did you chop up our garden hose with a machete? And I'm like, bitch, why? Like, listen to yourself talk. Like, why the fuck would I go? Why?
Hey, you fat little nerd, you little fucking glasses wearing nerd. You come over to my house, fuck my wife, and chop up my machete.
Hey, you brought a handful of hot pennies into my house.
Like, what incentive do I have to chopping up her fucking hose? I was like, you see that little fucking fat dipshit with a bowl cut that you birthed? Maybe it was him.
I hope I killed the shit out of a green snake in your lawn earlier.
I'll be taking me and my molten hot bucket of pennies into my house now.
Dude,
I keep them warmed up with a blowtorch on top.